I'll take some court hearings, mix in some ballot counting, and throw in a few protests, and we've got chaos in Florida's election, and that's exactly what happened today as the candidates for governor, Senate, and agricultural commissioner gear up for recounts.
Today, a judge in Broward County, where they're still counting ballots, ruled the supervisor of elections there violated the law by not turning over voter information to the Scott campaign. WPTV's Sam Smink is at the center of it all this afternoon in the Broward County in Broward County at the Vote Tabulation Center. Sam?
Shannon, the supervisor of elections and the other officials have until 7 p.m. to hand over that voter information to Rick Scott's campaign. Inside, they are still counting votes. Votes, for example, that have signatures that don't necessarily match the signatures on record. But there are representatives from both the Democratic and Republican parties there that are able to object to the decision that the elections office makes. Outside, it's continuously getting louder over the next hour. More and more people are joining the protests for both sides, for the Gillum side, for the DeSantis, Scott, and Trump sides. They've started calling each other names like Nazis. They say they just want to ensure that every vote is counted, and many of those supporters of Trump, DeSantis, and Rick Scott say they want to make sure that there's not any fraud going on.
These protesters are talking about Broward County Supervisor of Elections Brenda Snipes.
We want everybody to hear our voice. I heard the other side say everybody can, but they cannot count 48 hours later.
Supporters for President Trump and Ron DeSantis and Rick Scott stood outside the vote counting center in Lauderhill one day after Scott filed a lawsuit against the supervisor of elections, wanting her to turn over several records detailing the counting and collection of ballots. Andrew Pollock, father of Meadow Pollock, who was killed in Parkland, had strong words.
We need to start holding these people accountable so things like this don't happen. This Broward County can't let it dictate what goes on in the rest of the country.
The supervisor of elections has spent the late afternoon today counting a number of provisional and mail-by-vote ballots that weren't counted by Tuesday night.
I'm here because every vote should count, okay?
We're trying to get all of the voters that voted their choices in there. It could be the Republicans, it could be the Democrats.
This afternoon, a Broward County judge ordered the immediate release of voter information that Scott's Senate campaign sued for.
Once again, Broward County is under the microscope and being viewed by the entire nation. And hearing argument, this court finds that there has been a violation of the Florida Constitution.
Despite Rick Scott asking them to do so in a press conference last night, FDLE tells me that they are not investigating any voter fraud because they don't have any evidence of it. Reporting in Fort Lauderdale, Sam Smink, WPTV News Channel 5.